Hi guys, today we are going to do a tutorial on doing maintenance in the PaddySys system. Well, we are not doing maintenance in a mechanical sense or anything like that, but we have some lists that we need to maintain, some pricing, some variety, that kind of stuff. So from the maintenance menu, we can see there's a whole host of stuff that we can use and update the system. For example, the grading menu will take you to the grading table where you can change how the system grades Paddy. But most of the times you're not going to change these factors and these thresholds because these are GRDB regulated. But the most important thing on this table are the prices. For a system that's going by back price, you will change the price in the back price column. Or vice versa, if you are using the ton price, you will change the price in the ton price column. So for changing a price is just as simple as clicking the open folder, which is the edit, and changing the price, and just hitting the check button, which is the save, and that's it. The record is updated. If this list was longer, you can use the next and previous button to update. And we have a new button over here, but it's very unlikely, very unlikely we'll be adding a new grade here unless GRDB has a new grade. Okay, so let's see what else there is in maintenance menu. We also have the transportation rates. This is the Paddy transportation rates. Some mills, they do the transportation for the farmer and they deduct the transportation from his payment. So this is the table that we use to maintain those rates. So if you have a new area, you can just put the area here, you hit the new button, new area, you put in the name of the area and the rate that you're going to charge. So this is the rate per bag, and then we hit the save button and the rate it's updated and it comes to the bottom here because I think it's an alphabetical order and it's in 230. So now if we go to our Paddy purchase screen, we will see a new entry for rates for origin at the bottom, Harlan, and this is the rate we just entered. Okay, and editing, it's just the same like the previous screen, the grading screen. Let's see what else we have in the maintenance menu. Okay, this for adding, let me switch back to the purchase, the intake screen again. So here we have a list of farmers and we have a list of trucks. So for adding to this list, we come to the manage BP. BP means business partner. We come to this screen. This screen we can use to add, view, edit any business partner record or create a new record. So to create a new record, we just switch over to the new tab, hit the new button, and we fill in the information. Now there are a lot of situations that we have farmers with the same name. So the system enforces a rule that we have to provide a passport number or ID number for the farmer when we are putting him in. And I'm just putting a random number, But without this number, the record would not save. This is to uniquely identify who is who and save us from problems with payments and vouchers and that kind of stuff. And we can also select the credit zone. The credit zone helps us to do some reporting when we are giving loans to farmers, helps us to group farmers in a particular zone. And most importantly, at the bottom, we are not only creating farmers with this screen, we can also create trucker. So we must indicate if it's a farmer we are creating, or if it's a trucker, or if it's both, because one person can be a farmer and a trucker, or also a rice customer, but we wouldn't deal with rice customers in this system at this moment. So we have the basic information required. We should put in address, that kind of stuff, but this is the basic information required, and we can hit save, and business partner created successfully. We can check if it's the record is there by searching for Jane Doe, and there she is. We can view that record and we have that information. And we also made her a trucker. So it's the same process to make the person a trucker. But when we need to add trucks to the system, we need to first create the business partner record and indicate that they are a trucker. Then we go over to the trucks tab, select that person. So I'll select Jane Doe again, and she is not here. Let's see. Okay, let me just try refreshing the screen. There she is. So we can now add a truck to Jane Doe. First we must hit load next to her name, so we can first load any trucks if she had any, and then to add a truck we just put in the truck number, and we hit add trucks, and it's that simple. If you like to do it again or add another truck to her, we just find her again, and you see upon clicking load this time the one truck she has shows up in the list. So this helps us from duplicating trucks, creating two of the same trucks for the same person. So we can add another truck like this. If we ever need to delete a truck from a person, we just load the list, select the whatever truck it is, and just hit the remove truck button. It's that simple. Okay, let's see what's other stuff there is in the menu. We have here how to create a new user for the system. This is a very important part of the system, to create new users. By the way, we can ignore this indication by the Firefox browser, because we are not using an SSL connection on our box here, and that's why we are having this message. But to create a new user, we just need to fill in their information. So again, let's try Jane, and the password, Jane would need to come to the system that you're working on, say PC, and type in her password. And the third thing you must do is select a role for Jane. Well, to use the intake system, the intake part of the system, Jane would need to be a lab user. A lab user can only use the intake section of the system. She cannot do payments. The intake part of the system is covered by these two screens, listing and purchase too. But she wouldn't be able to do anything with payments, anything like that. Payment, a role, of course, would be able to do payment, and she cannot do intake. And we have some other roles. They're not overly critical. The main other role is admin. And admin is the super user for the system. He can do any and everything, include adding a user. I'm currently logged in as admin. So let's try adding a new user. And actually we can see a list of users by going to the maintenance menu and click users. And there we'll see the list of users we have in the system. And there we see Jane that we just created, and we see for our password it's a long string of confusing stuff. This is because we don't store the passwords directly in the system, it's hashed. If at some time we need to change Jane's role to admin, we just update her record by hitting the edit, which is the open folder, and selecting the new level for her. If we want to make her an admin, we can make her an admin and just hit the check box which saves the record. Also, if Jane leaves the company and we'd like to deactivate her record, we can just make her inactive by setting her active column to false, and she would not be able to log in anymore. And that's it for the user's screen. Okay, we have some reports. We can produce reports by farmer. Let's see. This produces a PDF report. So we only have a few vouchers in the system. So this report summarizes how many loads these farmers have brought, and the gross ton price, net ton price, and you can see the quality of their paddy by the grading factors. That's a farmer's report. And region report, we can also have a region report. We also have a variety report. This is useful to see which variety is producing the best quality paddy. Over time, this can be very useful. So we can see the unknown variety is producing the most paddy in the system. We also have some Excel exports, meaning some Excel stuff that we can download from the system. We can download the receipts. This relates to payment. This is important. This is a record that GRDB likes. They like to see the grading report, so we can give them the report for this month, or let's give them the report for the year. We won't have a lot. Remember, this is a demo system, and this will be the grading report, which would give you the intake by day and the amount of tons. Let's see. Okay, so this gives us a daily summary of the grades of paddy coming in. We have extra A, B, C, substandard, and the total metric tons. So we just have data for a few days here, and you can see most of the paddy for these days are between extra A and A. This is a record that's mostly used for reporting to GRDB. These other export stuff is related to an exporting extension. Exporting in terms of selling our paddy across the world or within the country. Not our paddy, our rice, our produced rice. So it's not really relevant to the system unless you have integrated the exporting upgrade. Okay, let's see what other stuff we have. This system is a fully audited system, like all software produced from Anderson Software. And this shows you what actions a particular user has taken in the system, at what time it was done, what's the action. This requires, most of the time this requires a user, the developer, to tell you what these mean. But if you're clever, you can figure them out, some of them out, these activities. And it has some variables here like the IP that was used to send the request. You can search by particular user too, a particular date range. The system is fully audited, and we have audit records and various important tables such as the payments. These will be covered in another tutorial. Let's see. Pricing deductions. This sub-flat deduction is it can be very useful to penalize very bad paddy. So if you're having a crop where the paddy is very bad, we can set some threshold factors, some thresholds on the factors, and penalize the farmer by deducting an amount from his price. So for example, for the chalky, if we have chalky going over 6%, for every percent over 6, we will deduct $30 from the price. So $30 from, say he's getting $2,600 bag, he will receive $2,570. Or if we change this to 100, he will receive $2,500 per bag when his paddy goes over 6, say 7%. If it goes over 8%, it will be 2 times 100. So this figure is multiplied by every percentage point over 6. So this can be very useful and cost effective to our operations to penalize very poor quality paddy. And there are crops where the paddy is very poor quality. So that's what the sub-flat deduction screen is about. And let's see. So this should cover most of the stuff. There are very few things that's related to other parts of the system that I haven't covered, but this should be most of what you would need in your day-to-day operations. So